I'm just holding back on these Rockingham Hospital defendants when they false imprisoned and tortured me and branded me with a mental illness that didn't exist, which I got a DSM&I medico-legal report to prove that I have no mental illness. They said eccentric, and the DSM&I is slightly eccentric, but it's not eccentric. And I said to the psychologist, who's a really good guy, I said, eccentric means weird or freaky or, guy a little bit crazy. He says, oh no, that's not at all. He says that I was different. But since I found that out, and just recently on the internet, I read these things is called alphas, which are like the boss and the guy that likes to be the number one and likes everyone to bow down to him. And then there's the betas, who are all the suck-ups that try and be like the alpha, but they suck up. That's the majority of the population. And then there's a personality called Sigma, a lone wolf, unconventional. It doesn't care about status. Man of honor. Is very loyal and honest. And everything about a Sigma, that's what I am. But they did say that people say they go around telling everyone they're a Sigma and not Sigma, so I don't mean to be doing that. But I just thought I'd make it clear. I don't class myself as eccentric. I class myself as a Sigma. That's it. We all have different personalities. And they're not mental illness if you're not an alpha or a beta or a sucker. And the Sigmas can't be controlled. They're a free spirit. They don't care what other people think. And they'll stand up for their rights like a man of honor, which I'm doing. So anyway, getting down to it, those motherfuckers at Rocking Hospital, which I'll show you the court transcripts, 5,000 page court transcripts. When I was in litigation, I was cross-examining them because I was the self-representative litigant and plaintiff, how they lie and cheat and what psychiatrists do and how the scum of the earth, psychiatrist. Really. And even if he was a good one, he's scum too, because he knows what the rest of the scum do and he does nothing about it. So they're all scum, every fucking last one of the motherfuckers. Even if the guy portrays to be okay, oh, he's not too bad, no, he's only after the money. This guy's gate, they're making $250,000 plus a year. And they're not even real doctors, they're just butchers. But anyway, I'll demonstrate how they lie and how they stick together like shit. And they're just so gross. They're Nazis. And then there's the government that are just as bad. The Western Australia government here, I've experienced so much corruption. The courts, because I went through the district courts since, when was it now? I started the court case from China. I had to go to China to get away from these guys, these scum. They're trying to false arrest me again because I said I was going to sue them. So I started litigation off in China in 2016, and then I come back once I started the litigation, and I've been back here ever since. And the trial's just finished recently, and the corrupt judge, you'll just be sickened on what they do, what the government do. And that's to me, I'm a Sigma, as I mentioned. Now, and I was an undercover, everything I did. I was an undercover to see what they fucking do. And as I might have mentioned before, I've got discovery, subpoenas, freedom of information, unredacted, and much more, clearly demonstrating how they lie and cheat. And the people that have a mental illness, or old and frail people, they take that are in old people's homes, or people they just say they're crazy because they want their money and put an order on them so they control their money and their lives. 100% have not a chance in hell against these people. They can do whatever they want to them and no one cares. No one. Not one fucker. No one cares. So that's what this documentary is about. This documentary is about exploiting all these buggers. And I had this guy called Gordon Shimoko just recently. I put him on as in the kid catcher, human rights abuser, and gaslighter. He's the Rockingham Hospital clinical director, and to do with Headspace, he's number one in there, and all this shit. He drugs children from 12 years onwards. They do a early convention. They think because they're different like me, and they survey them at school and whatnot. So they think, oh yeah, they got, well, kids haven't got mental illnesses, but he does what they call an early intervention, just in case, and drugs children. They also electrocute children's brains from 12 years onwards. That's how sick Western Australia is. They forcibly electrocute children's brains and forcibly make their parents drug them with psychotic drugs. Wow. You know, children are children. They grow out of who they are. They grow into who they are. They go through all sorts of stages, and it's normal. Like my son Myack, when he was a little child, man, he was like the devil. We just let him run with it. And now he's almost 18. He's the most honest, conscious, decent guy you'd ever come across. And my other son, Casper, in Thailand, they think he's like a Buddha. They're so well behaved. And yet they're rascals when they're younger. They grow out of it. So you just let children be children. Why they have the opportunity? Because you can only be children one time. So that's why my children didn't go to school. They were homeschooled, know 3 languages, Thai, Chinese and English. They get up when they want. They eat what they want. They don't eat meat, of course, and fish and all the other shit. And they never get sick. And they're happy. Wow. You don't drug children. You fucker, Gordon Shimoko and the rest of you scumbag psychiatrists. You don't drug children. You don't electrocute their brains, you motherfuckers. I'm going to exploit you all. And back to Gordon Shimoko. I had him on the YouTube for 3 months. And YouTube got a complaint against from the government, because the government, they're with these motherfuckers. Because the government control the media. So you'll never see any of this older abuse or mental health abuse, which is in the thousands every day. You never hear any articles in the newspaper about it. And when it is, it's sort of soothed over and it's just bullshitted. That's because the government run the newspapers here in Western Australia. And now they've contacted YouTube to remove Gordon Shimoko. And I was on there for 3 months. I got well over 2,000 views without marketing or anything. But what I did there, I put in the comments the name of the judge and the lawyers. And that's how they removed it. But I've got to apply for it, which I'll do now because I'm in no hurry. But I only put that Gordon Shimoko kid catcher. The kid catcher name comes from The kid catcher name comes from that Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Now have a look at the kid catcher. It's the guy that runs around and catches kids and puts them in jail. And it's Dick Van Dyke, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. And but anyway, I was on for 3 months. But as soon as I dared them to take it off, and I put their names and everything to see what they did. And sure enough, they went for it. So YouTube's removed it, but not in other countries, just in Australia. So I will write to YouTube and say I'll take those comments off, but I don't care. It was just a teaser to see what they do. And I put Geraldine Carlton, the chief executive of the Rockingham Hospital. She's still on there. And Gordon Shimoko's going back there. Same with the rest. I won't mention their names, otherwise I'll remove this YouTube that I'm just doing now. But they know it's coming, and I'll put it in there when I put the evidence down, what they said from the horse's mouth when I cross-examined them, plus all the discovery documents I've got on them. And you'll go, oh my God, and their careers are over. Just like Geraldine Carlton's. She's still on there. Go Geraldine Carlton, just put it on YouTube and she'll pop up straight away. You don't have to put any other words in, and see what I say, and she can do nothing about it. But what I notice now, she doesn't work for anybody. She works for herself, but she's in the hiding. And the government won't help her, because she doesn't work for the government anymore. And Gordon Shimoko, he goes back on, and with the rest of them, they will be on there. And there's nothing they can do about it except one thing. One thing they can do is assassinate him. So this YouTube bit I'm doing now, if I go missing or something happens to me, you'll know why. Because the government can't stop me. And they have to. Otherwise it's going to open up everything. Because what I've built up purposely as an undercover to disclose them. Like they say China is abusive on human rights. China's got nothing on these people. These people are the most disgusting vermin you could ever imagine. Lying, cheats, scumbags, all on high salaries. Like Geraldine Carlton, when she was working for the government, they gave her a Mercedes Benz. And she's from Ireland. Hasn't been in Australia long, and she's on about probably $500,000 a year. Plus a Mercedes Benz, probably more money than that. And she only started off as a nurse. And she's what they call specialises. Her main niche is safety, quality and risk. So safety and quality. And she was the main committee member of the RAAF, the Royal Air Force, for old people homes in Western Australia. And she's a Nazi. And I sent it to the RAAF, all their old people's homes, and none of them responded, but they all looked at it, because I can tell when they do the clicks, because they don't market it. So there's about 80 of them looked at it. So and now they're all shitting themselves. Because what are those RAAF people doing to their old people if they don't even respond? And they've had this human rights abuser as their committee member running things for about 10 years. And they only got rid of her the time the trial started. And all the government departments got rid of her. Once the trial was over, she's unemployed. Oh, so she's working Geraldine something consultancy. Just go Geraldine Carlton on Google and you'll see that she's self-employed, no longer working for anybody, and no one will touch her now. But I haven't even started on her. That was just a quick sample to see what she'll do. And she did, raining over there, and she did 100% nothing. Can't do a fucking thing about it, because I got everything she said in the court transcripts. And long story. But anyway, just a message to all you scumbags, psychiatrists and and those other people that I'll mention. There was 32 of them altogether, hostile witnesses. That's including the 10 defendants. Got it all down in writing. 6-week trial. I cross-examined each and every one of them in detail. And I knew the judge was corrupt. That didn't worry me. And the scumbag lawyers, oh my God. There's 8 altogether lawyers, government, employed. Government, insurance company, risk cover, employed. And they not risk cover, insurance company did not see me at any time. Not one time, didn't ask me anything. Just got 8 lawyers to lie and cheat all the way through. And I got them all the transcripts from all those times since 2016, what they did and how they did it. And they'll shit themselves too. So as I say, the only way they can stop me is to kill me. There's no other way. And so I'm actually, this is the first time I've sort of exposed myself and what I'm doing, because I hide in fear. I hide in fear because if they know who you are, it's very dangerous. And they probably do. The government has probably got tabs on me. And they're just waiting for me to think I'm going to do something stupid. But I'm not. I'm in no fucking hurry. I'm just doing this invention first. I've got to do that because after all those years in litigation, I've got no money. All my dreams, all my inventions, the money that I should have made, I've lost a lot to do this. But it's worth every moment to exploit their human right abuses and to exploit what they do to children and the old people, how they abuse them. I mean, shockingly abuse them and torture them. And how, we all know lawyers are scumbags. But I'll show you the biggest scumbags ever. These shyster, pettifogger, pathological lying lawyers and their companies. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. And so if I go missing, I've got wife and children. My wife's in Thailand looking after our mother-in-law who had a stroke 10 years ago. We've been looking after her, and she can't walk or talk since then, but now she's almost lost her eyesight and hearing, practically gone, and her memory is going down real fast. So I'm a bit worried about that. So if anything happens to me and I go missing, could you help them out? Because they rely on me for an income. That's the only thing I'm concerned about, and the only thing why I'm careful now and not jumping the gun. I just take my time. As they say, it's chop a tree down. The blunt axe doesn't work. I'll just sharpen my axe up really sharp and do a clean swipe. Unless they assassinate. So the YouTube administration, please, I need your help. Don't let the government control you like they control the papers here, and media and TV. They all know about it. They won't even look at it. Not even get a response. They're just as corrupt as the government. The papers here are controlled by the Western Australia government, as the rest of Australia are controlled by the government. Okay, that's it. I'll better carry on. Got work to do. Bye.